What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Ron P Media. So as you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about how to get your vocals to sound like DaBaby. I just recorded this song and it got DaBaby feel to it. So I'm going to just show y'all the simple way that I got this sound, you know what I'm saying? Before this video starts, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, get this video some likes, comment, share it, hit the notification bell, the whole nine, you know what I'm saying, if y'all want to see more videos like this. Today we working in FL Studio, and like I always tell y'all with my tutorials, I'm gonna show y'all the simple way. I'm not gonna show y'all how to route all of your effects into this one channel and da-da-da-da. No, we're just gonna work individually, one channel for the beat, one channel for the vocals, ad libs, and we're just gonna work out the channels because I want to teach y'all the simple way. You know, you can learn more in depth and, you know, watch other YouTubers and they show you different ways. I show you the simple way on this channel. All right, so I'm gonna play the song and yeah, let's just jump into it. I ain't even finna talk y'all to death.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen, Pyrex jar. Now watch how she whip it, ain't talking about Nene. Keys in the car, I ain't talking about Day Day. She eating these nuts, I ain't talking about payday. She drop off the work, now we talking about a payday. That's a SK, but it look like an AK. I don't give a fuck what these niggas be saying. Nigga, we could box, I'll beat them at the win. I got a big family, looking like the wins. Homie, don't play that, I'ma be Damon. Big cartel leader, going super saiyan. Big 4-5, nigga can't even spread. Keep fucking with me, I'll fuck around pig. Make some young shooter, Richard Taylor one day. Jumping out the big body, niggas looking like...
Alright. So that was how I got that. And one thing about DaBaby, when he rapping on these kind of beats, it's a lot of bass. So you got to make sure you do it right because the bass can overshadow the beat. I mean, the bass can overshadow your vocals. So you want to make sure that you leveling right. It's all about leveling, people. All right. So let me play the vocals real quick.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen. Now watch how she whip it, ain't talking about Nene.
One thing about the vocals is what I always do first when I'm mixing vocals is I do a compressor. That's the very first thing because you want to contain those vocals first because your vocals might be all over the place. So the first thing I always do is a compressor, and I'm gonna show you why. These is the vocals raw.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen. Now watch how she whip it, ain't talking about Nene. I ain't talking about Day Day. I ain't talking about payday.
See, it ain't about just lowering the volume on your vocals. You have to actually compress those vocals so they'll have a consistent sound. And, you know, you don't want to have one word, you know, going up to 5 and then the next word go up to 10 and then the next word go up to 15 and then the next word back down to, you know. So when you add a compressor, you're just making it so it's a consistent sound, and you're containing, you're taming them. Your vocals is wild lions. You have to tame them. Yeah, so I add a compressor first. That's the first thing.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen.
That sounds so much, you know what I'm saying, and it still sound flat. This is before the EQ and everything. So add me a compressor. Then I add me little parametric EQ2. I'm gonna show y'all the trick about this parametric. Hold on.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen.
You know what I'm saying? Of course you always wanna. Here, I'm gonna reset this. Hold on. Alright, so what I do is high pass, boom, get that muddiness out of there.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen. Now watch how she whip it, ain't talking about Nene.
Everybody's voice is different. Everybody's vocals and delivery is different, so I can't tell you, you know, this many hertz and this many blah blah. You have to do it by ear, and that's what we do on Ron P Media. We teach y'all if it sound right by ear and it's the sound you're going for, then it sound right, then it's right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so for my voice, because I don't have a heavy voice, I'm not gonna take out too much high pass because I still want that warm fullness to it.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen. Now watch how she whip it, ain't talking about Nene.
And then my low pass, I just raise it up just I usually 6 and 7 with the low pass, right?
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen. Now watch how she whip it.
Now that sounds good, but here's what I do. A lot of people don't do this. Again, it's not no right and wrong way as long as it sound right. What I always do with my parametric EQ2, I like to raise that up a little bit. Just a little bit. A lot of people don't even touch this, but I like to raise all of it up.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen.
And you want your vocals to be a little stronger, especially when you're on them 808 beats or them beats that sound like DaBaby. Your vocals got to cut through. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sprinkling a little bit of steroids on the vocals when you do that. Like I said, some people don't do this, but I do. I raise it up just a notch, and it makes a big difference. You know what I'm saying?
She tell me she with it, I tell her go.
Without.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen. Now watch how she whip it, ain't talking about Nene.
Boom. Now, and by the way, all of the plugins that I'm using on FL Studio right now are stock plugins or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hey, matter of fact, if y'all want this vocal preset, just let me know. I'll bundle it up and send it to you for free. You know what I'm saying? So, but all right, so when DaBaby rap, you know he got a lot of reverb in there, you know, especially in his ad-libs. So I'm gonna add this real quick.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen.
With the reverb, even though he has a lot of reverb in his vocals, you don't want too much reverb because reverb actually thins your vocals out and they don't sound as warm and strong, and you need them warm and strong to cut through those, you know, those heavy 808 bass beats that he be on. So
she tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen. Now watch how she whip it, ain't talking.
You do not want it sounding like that. You do not. Maybe the ad libs a little bit, but not your main vocal. So
she tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen. Now watch how she whip it, ain't talking about Nene.
Yeah, you just want it. I mean, like if you want to screenshot this, feel free to. But about right here is fine. I don't really touch the dry and all of that. Like I just deal with the wet. All right. Yeah. So.
She tell me.
So I added a little delay to this. Let me see.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen. Now watch how she whip it, ain't talking about Nene. I ain't talking about Day. I ain't talking about Payday. Now we talking about a payday. But it look like an AK. I don't give a fuck what these niggas be saying. I beat them at the win. Looking like the wins. I'ma be Damon.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, you don't want your your delay loud because it's the same as having too much reverb. If your delay is too loud, it takes away from the strengthness. Yes, the strengthness of of the vocal. So, for example,
she tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen. Now watch how she whip it, ain't talking about Nene.
And then when your delay is too loud, it also it just sounds messy and all over the place. So you have to find that sweet spot.
She tell me she with it.
You want it to be like, I know it's some delay on there, but I don't just hear it. You know what I'm saying? It's like adding that one seasoning to give your food something. You don't really taste it, but it gave it something. That's what you want to do with the delay. You know what I'm saying? So I did add a little delay. Soundgoodizer is my baby. Soundgoodizer. I just did the A preset, but I turned it up a little over half.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen. Now watch how she whip it, ain't talking about Nene. I ain't talking about Day.
Again, the reason why I have so many vocal effects is because, again, with all of that bass, you need your vocals to cut. You need it to cut through all of that bass and sit in the pocket how it's supposed to sit. So that's why, I have a Soundgoodizer and then I have a Maximus. Maximus can be used as a compressor, and that's what I used it as. I'm going to show you what it sounds like without the Maximus first.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen.
All right, and this is with the Maximus.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen.
Again, the vocals are contained, so sometimes you may have to add more than one compressor. That's fine. Don't be tripping if you have to add more than one compressor. because I ain't even gonna lie. Depending on the song, well, when I'm doing heavy bass, I throw like three compressors on the vocal if I have to. Again, there's no right and wrong way as long as it sound the way you want it to sound. Now, if it sound right and it's coming through the speakers and it's hidden and you can hear it and everything sound, then it's right. All right, so I don't want nobody watching this being like, oh, you can't add, man, you can't put this limiter with. You can do whatever you want to do as long as it sound right. You feel me? At the end of the day, if I take these shortcuts, but I still end up to my destination on time, that's all that matters, right? Now, it's good to have knowledge about, how to use these things and understanding them a little more. But right now on this channel, like I said, I just want to show y'all the simple way just so y'all can start making music. The goal is to get in the door, start making music, and learn as you go. I'm always learning every day, all right? So, again, don't come for me in the comments. But yeah, so I add Maximus as another compressor. Then I have Stereo Shaper. This is what really enhanced the vocals. We doing all of this stuff to the vocals before we mastering the whole song. We just trying to get these vocals right first. So, let me see.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen. Now watch how she whip it. Ain't talking about Nene. I ain't talking about Day Day.
Y'all hear the difference? That's Stereo Shaper. Yeah, big shaper. You know what I'm saying? Boom, then I add another compressor. Now, real quick with the compressors, because I didn't get into the threshold, the ratio. We was just focusing on the gain or whatever. And the reason why I didn't focus on the threshold and the ratio or whatever, because all of the other things that we did, I didn't have to really touch the threshold and the ratio. So, yeah, so we just focused on gain or whatever. So, as you can see, for my vocal, I'm not telling you to do this for your vocal because everybody's voice and everything is different. So with this one, I added another compressor. I added some gain. Let me see. And then this is actually a de-esser. It's a modern de-esser. This is a de-esser. But one thing I did with this de-esser, I used the output and turned it up. It gave it something else too. Listen.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it.
Now I'm about to add the de-esser.
Ain't talking about Nene. I ain't talking about Day Day. I ain't talking about Payday. Now we talking about a payday. But it look like an AK. I don't give a fuck what these niggas be saying. I beat them at the win. Looking like the win.
Yeah, you can play with that de-esser. Yeah, the de-esser is for the harsh S's and the, the stuff like that. But at the same time, you can use, it's the same thing with the Maximus. You can use the Maximus as a compressor, or you can use it to raise the vocals up more. You know what I'm saying? It just, you have to know what you're doing by ear. So this de-esser, if you don't have this de-esser, I think this is the only de-esser the only plugin that's not a stock FL Studio plugin. So I apologize about that. But if you get modern de-esser, it's a free download or whatever. It's a great de-esser. It do work for the harsh S's and stuff like that. But I use it as a gain, so and then last but not least, I do add a fruity limiter, which is the compressor or whatever. And that's my biggest thing, is just I want my vocals to be loud. That's what you want. You want your vocals to be loud, and you want them to be contained and smooth and consistent. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I have so many plugins, because I need that loudness. I need you to hear me. I need to be clear and smooth with a consistent, you know what I'm saying? Now, once you got all of these plugins and you did, you got your vocals sounding right, now the rest of it is just leveling, and this is where, you have to play it with the beat and, make sure your vocals is where they go.
She tell me she with it, I tell her go get it. We head to the kitchen. Now watch how she whip it. Ain't talking about Nene. I ain't talking about Day Day. I ain't talking about Payday. Now we talking about a payday. But it look like an AK. I don't give a fuck what these niggas be saying.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it, and the biggest thing that I'm gonna tell y'all when y'all doing vocals that sound like DaBaby, or you doing beats that sound like DaBaby, really pay attention to your vocals, because that heavy bass, when you listen to it in the car or you listen to it in headphones or whatever, wherever, you don't want that bass to just, you know what I'm saying, overshadow the vocals. And that can easily happen with those kind of beats, those 808s, the bass hitting hard, you know. So spend some time on your vocals. Make sure your vocals is clear, warm, strong, and can cut through heavy bass beats like that. And then the rest of it, like I said, is leveling. So that's it for this video. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all subscribe to this channel if y'all want to see more videos like this, and let me know what y'all want to see. Comment down below, and I try to whip up the video for you. You know, like, I'm here to help y'all. Y'all here to help me. We work together. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow me on all my social medias, and stream my music. You know, show your boy some support. Show him some love. So in the description box, I got my social medias down there, my TikToks, all of that stuff. My music, you know, follow my music and all of that stuff. And yeah, so until the next time, Media Gang, I'm out. Peace.